I've been working the late shift at Clearview Aquarium for nearly 2 years now. Most nights it's just me, the fish, and the gentle hum of filtration systems. Tonight feels different though, and I can't quite put my finger on why. The aquarium closes to the public at 7 p.m., but my maintenance rounds don't start until 9. I like this quiet time, just me wandering through blue-lit corridors, checking water quality readings, and making sure the inhabitants are settled for the night. It's peaceful, predictable work, or at least it was. I'm in the tropical exhibit when I first notice it. A subtle change in pressure, like the feeling before a thunderstorm. My ears pop slightly. The usual ambient sounds, water circulation, distant machinery, seem muffled, as if the building itself is holding its breath. Just the weather, I mutter, checking my tablet for the next tank on my list. The jellyfish gallery is next, my favorite section. Their translucent bodies pulse hypnotically in the darkened room, illuminated by soft, cycling lights. I pause by the moon jelly tank, watching their rhythmic movements. Something catches my eye, a flash of movement reflected in the glass that doesn't match my own. I spin around, but the gallery remains empty. When I turn back, the jellies have stopped pulsing, all of them simultaneously, hanging motionless in the water. I've never seen that before. I tap gently on the glass, and they resume their dance as if nothing happened. The maintenance checklist keeps me moving. The Ocean Deep exhibit is next, a massive tank spanning 2 floors, home to our larger species. The viewing tunnel is eerie after hours, surrounded by water on 3 sides, the only light coming from within the tank itself. Schools of fish drift by like silvery clouds. I stop dead in my tracks. Something is off about the sand at the bottom of the tank. There's a pattern there that I've never noticed before. Concentric circles, too perfect to be natural. As I stare, trying to make sense of it, the sand shifts slightly, the circles becoming more defined, more deliberate. My radio crackles, making me jump. Security check, East Wing, just the automated system. I respond with my code and continue walking, but can't shake the feeling of being watched. The fish seem to be tracking my movements, their usual random patterns now synchronized, eyes following me as I pass. I've worked here long enough to know fish behavior. This isn't normal. In the staff room, I pour myself coffee that tastes wrong somehow. Too bitter, with an aftertaste like salt water. The break room clock reads 10:17 p.m. I have hours to go. The Arctic exhibit is unusually cold tonight. The thermostat reads normal, but my breath clouds in front of me, and the chill seeps through my uniform. Our lone beluga whale Casper is usually asleep by now, but he's pressed against the glass, watching me with unusual intensity. "Hey, buddy," I say, my voice sounding hollow in the empty space. "Can't sleep?" Casper doesn't move, doesn't blink, just stares. Then, slowly, he opens his mouth. Not the playful gape I've seen 100 times, but wider, unnaturally wide, revealing darkness that seems to go on forever. I back away, nearly tripping over my own feet. My heart pounds as I hurry to the next exhibit. I should call someone, report something strange is happening with the animals. But what would I say? That they're looking at me funny? That patterns appeared in the sand? I'd sound insane. The tablet in my hand chirps with a notification. A water quality alert from the touch pool. pH levels dropping rapidly. Strange. I checked it earlier and everything was fine. The touch pool sits in a circular room with a domed skylight. During the day, sunlight streams in, but at night, only the stars and moonlight illuminate the space, supplemented by soft blue LEDs around the pool's edge. Tonight, the skylight shows only blackness. No stars, no moon, as if the sky itself has been swallowed. The water in the pool is darker than it should be. I dip the testing probe in and check the readings. The pH is indeed dropping, becoming more acidic. The smaller fish dart frantically around the edges, while the rays have buried themselves completely in the sand. As I watch, the water's surface begins to ripple, though there's no wind, no movement that could cause it. The ripples form patterns, the same concentric circles I saw in the Ocean Deep exhibit. My hand hovers over the emergency drain button. Something tells me I need to empty this pool now. As I reach for it, my reflection in the water changes. It's still me, but not quite. The eyes are wrong, too dark, too deep. The reflection smiles, though I'm not smiling. I slam the drain button and back away as the water begins to swirl. But instead of draining normally, it spirals upward, defying gravity, forming a twisting column that reaches toward the skylight. Within the column, shapes move. Not fish, but something else. Something with too many limbs that seem to reach out toward me. The lights flicker, then go out completely. In the darkness, I can still see the water column glowing with a pale blue luminescence. My radio is dead. My phone shows no signal. I'm alone with whatever this is. When the emergency lights kick on, the water has returned to the pool, looking normal again. But now there's a trail of wet footprints, leading from the pool to the corridor. Small, like a child's, but oddly shaped, the toes too long, too widely spaced. I should leave. Call security from the main office. But something compels me to follow the footprints. They lead to the newest exhibit, Mysteries of the Deep, featuring creatures from the ocean's darkest trenches. It was my job to help set it up last month. I spent days carefully adjusting the specialized tanks, making sure the extreme pressure systems were functioning correctly, that the water was the right temperature and composition. The exhibit was my idea, actually. I'd found research papers about species discovered in a previously unexplored trench, creatures that defied classification. I'd convinced management we needed them, that they would draw crowds. I'd even handled the acquisition paperwork myself. The footprints end at the door to the special containment room, where we keep our most sensitive specimens. It's ajar, though I know I locked it earlier. Inside, the room is bathed in the red glow of the specialized lighting these deep-sea creatures require. The centerpiece is a pressurized cylindrical tank containing what we call the specimen, an organism unlike anything else in our collection. Scientists haven't even named it yet. The tank is empty. No, not empty. The water is there, but the creature is gone. The tank's seal is intact, the pressure reading's normal. It's impossible. Nothing could survive outside these specific conditions, and nothing could escape the sealed tank. A soft clicking sound comes from behind me. I turn slowly. It's there, clinging to the ceiling. In the tank, it had seemed small, amorphous, a pale, translucent blob with faint bioluminescent spots. Outside, it's different, larger, more defined. Its body pulses with patterns of light that hurt my eyes to look at directly. Limbs, or perhaps tentacles, extend and contract from its mass, exploring the air around it. It doesn't look like it's struggling to survive outside its pressurized environment. It looks like it's thriving. The realization hits me with nauseating clarity. We didn't capture it. We released it. The tank wasn't keeping it in. It was keeping it contained until it was ready. And I was the one who brought it here, who insisted on this exhibit, who handled all the paperwork, made all the arrangements. The creature drops to the floor with a wet sound. It moves toward me, leaving a trail of moisture that glows faintly. I back away but find myself against the wall. The door seems miles away. It stops a few feet from me. The clicking sound grows louder, more complex, almost like speech. The patterns of light across its surface shift and swirl, forming those same concentric circles I've been seeing all night. My tablet chirps again. I glance down reflexively. On the screen, words appear, though no app is open. Thank you for the invitation. I look up. The creature is closer now, close enough that I can feel a cold dampness radiating from it. The clicking forms a rhythm that resonates in my chest, making it hard to breathe. What are you? I manage to whisper. The lights on its surface pulse in response. More words appear on my tablet. I am very old. I have been waiting for someone to find me. What do you want? To spread, to grow. You have given me the perfect place to start. I think of the aquarium's massive water systems, all connected, the drainage pipes that lead to the bay, the thousands of visitors who touch the water in the touch pool every day. No, I say, finding my voice. I'm going to put you back, or destroy the tank. I'll stop this. The creature's lights dim slightly, then flare brighter than before. The clicking speeds up, taking on an almost amused quality. You already made your choice when you brought me here. When you insisted, when you signed your name. Images flashed through my mind, the acquisition forms I signed, the research papers I studied so eagerly. Had there been warnings I ignored? Signs I missed? Or had it somehow influenced me from the beginning, called to me across the miles of ocean and years of time? The creature begins to change, its form becoming less defined, more fluid. It spreads across the floor toward me. No longer a distinct entity, but a shimmering pool that reflects my face, but wrong, all wrong. My features distorted, my eyes now glowing with the same patterns as the creature's lights. I try to run, but my feet won't move. The pool reaches my shoes, begins to climb up my legs. It's cold, so cold it burns. Where it touches, I feel myself changing, becoming something else. My radio suddenly crackles to life. Night check. All stations report. The creature pauses, its lights dimming slightly. I realize this might be my only chance. Emergency and deep mysteries exhibit, I gasp into the radio. Containment breach. Lock down the water systems. Don't let anyone. The radio goes dead again. The creature's lights pulse angrily now. The liquid accelerates its climb up my body. Too late appears on my tablet. Already spreading, already growing, through you, through the water, through everything you touched today. I think of all the tanks I've tested tonight, all the systems I've interacted with. How many places have I already helped it reach? As the liquid engulfs me, a strange calm settles over my mind. I see now what's happening. What has been happening since I first read about the creature months ago. This was always the plan. I was always the vector. The invitation was signed the moment I became fascinated with what lay in that unexplored trench. The last thing I see before the liquid covers my eyes is my tablet screen, where final words appear, "Thank you for bringing me home." Morning comes to the aquarium. The doors open at 9 a.m. sharp. Visitors stream in, marveling at the exotic fish, the playful otters, the hypnotic jellyfish. Children squeal with delight at the touch pool, plunging their hands into the cool water. And I watch them all, from every tank, from every pool, from every drop of moisture in the air, waiting, growing, spreading. After all, I did invite it in, and now we are everywhere.